Hey, what is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. I want to do a pre-haul video where I showcase everything that I already purchased for the sale. So a lot of companies now, they do a pre-sale, and sometimes the pre-sale is as good as the actual sale in itself. And I figure, why not showcase everything in a video, because some of you guys might be interested to see what I've purchased and also some of the stuff I've already been trying out, so I can do a mini speed review for you guys. Not all of the products I have tried just yet. Some products will be used for future videos. Some products I purchased just for me, but it is an opportunity for you guys to let me know which products you want to see a review of pretty quickly. So you can use the comment section down below which products you want to see kind of jumpstart into 2025 as a review. This can be skincare, hair care, fragrances, and of course, makeup. I love makeup. I'm a makeup channel. But without further ado, let's get started. I'll let you guys know which products are from PR, because it's going to be a combination of PR haul and things that I've purchased. If you're a makeup girly and you don't want to hear about the skincare stuff, you could like fast forward to maybe this timestamp, because that's probably when the makeup is going to be starting. So let's start with skincare, what I've purchased. Now, I've done a massive purchase on YesStyle. That is where I usually buy my K-beauty stuff. I've been purchasing from YesStyle since, I want to say, 2015. I'm a huge K-beauty lover in terms of the skincare, because it's quite affordable. It's very innovative. It's always the new. And the newer ingredients and newer technology usually comes from Korea before it even hits the Western market. So let's first talk about the Riedel Shot. I bought the Riedel Shot 100 because I saw a lot of reviews on this. I do microneedle. I always microneedled to kind of produce more collagen, like to increase the collagen within my skin. I don't like that microneedling. You have to use alcohol and desanitize and make sure you do all of that, or else you can actually do more damage to your skin. So the Riedel Shot is actually a product that mimics kind of little needles. So there are little filaments in here that mimics little needles. It will kind of like damage your skin so that your skin starts producing collagen, which is the same thing as what you would do if you do derma rolling. Derma rolling is actually rolling little needles all over the skin. But I didn't want to mess around with like all the alcohol levels anymore, and desanitizing. I'm kind of lazy. So I was trying out the Riedel Shot. I've been trying this out for, I want to say, 2 to 3 weeks. And I do really enjoy it. I've been using it a few times a week, so I don't use it every day, but the Riedel Shot 100 you could potentially use every day. I didn't derma roll every day either, so that's just not my vibe. Know that like you do feel like little needles are pinning through your skin, so it's not the greatest feeling, but it's also not like uber painful. In terms of toners, I kind of went wild. I really wanted to try out some new milky toners. I really enjoy milky toners. Typically, I feel people with drier skin types, they're often regarded to be milky toner lovers, but I'm a milky toner lover myself. I like to use a milky toner and stuff like a very thick moisturizer. Or in the wintertime, it just adds a little bit more moisture to the skin. I can use it for my nighttime routine if I just want to have that moisture being sucked up. And a lot of milky toners also have rice water in them, which actually brightens up my complexion without messing around with other like huge actives in my skincare routine. And I do like to do some brightening of the skin because I have hyperpigmentation, dark spots that I want to cover, or at least, try to get rid of, and rice water does really well on my skin. So first off, I wanted to try the tier milky toners. There's a light version and then there's the original version. I decided to get the smaller version of both to see which one I like better and to see if one of them I can use in my skincare routine. I couldn't decide between the two, the light or the original version, because I have like combination to oily skin, and I figured the light would be better, but I was too curious to not buy the original. I haven't opened them yet, but it is something that I really want to try for 2025. Other milky toners I was also interested in was the Beauty of Joseon milky toners. I heard some really great reviews on this, and the Anua milky toner. This also has rice extract, a 70 plus, and Anua feels like the brand that's really the it brand of 2024, I would say, if I do my research on Korean beauty. So I'm trying a lot of this brand, and Beauty of Joseon, of course, is very popular in the Western market as a Korean beauty product, simply because, yeah, the sunscreen has been doing really well. And I hear that this one is great for if you have a lot of acne, so I figure why not buy these two. They're quite inexpensive. Those four are going to be 2025 comparisons. If I don't use a milky toner, I like to use a BHA, so a gentle exfoliant for basically all of my clogged pores. I usually have them around my nose area. I love using BHAs. My skin loves it. I use 2%, and I love the Paula's Choice one, but I always try to find a BHA that is a little bit cheaper. Typically, I want my skincare to not be too expensive because I use a ton of skincare. Yes, I bought a lot of skincare, but know that most likely I'll finish this within a year, maybe even sooner. I use skincare twice a day, sometimes I use 3 times a day, depending on how often I wash my skin. So I burn through my skincare. I'm a skincare junkie. I do really look at how my skin feels, the skin barrier. I always want to make sure that my skin barrier is optimal, repaired, beautiful. So I know it sounds like a lot, but I don't use actives on a day-to-day basis, and I don't mix a lot of actives. So on the days I'm not using a milky toner, I might be going in with a BHA toner to kind of get through all of the pores. And one of the ones that I wanted to try was also by the brand Anua. I haven't opened it yet because I'm still using up my Geek and Gorgeous BHA toner. That's a great toner. It's just simply not wowing me. After that BHA toner is done, I'm going to be using this one and trying it out, and hopefully it can replace my Paula's Choice one. For eye cream, I was intrigued by this Tier eye cream simply because they have such an interesting deep puffer on top. It has a little roller ball, and the way that the product comes out is just really satisfying. It's also really thin, so in that sense I would consider this very travel friendly. And I'm just interested in the brand Tier. They're doing a lot of, I guess, influencer work, because I see a lot of people trying out the foundation, getting the foundation in PR. I've never gotten anything from PR from Tier, but I am interested in trying the brand simply because people seem to really enjoy the brand. I've been using this eye cream for about a week or two, and I enjoy it. It works well underneath makeup. The deep puffer is really nice. It's really cooling, and it's a nice applicator. Like, it's the way that the product comes out is really pleasant, and it's not too much, and it's quite gel-like. So it seeps into the skin really nicely. It's very hydrating. I definitely see, like, the most I see underneath my eyes, that my eyes are very hydrated. But it works well with makeup. I haven't seen any improvement in under eye darkness, for example. I might have to use this one a little bit longer. But in terms of the feel of hydration, it does feel very hydrating. So my eyes seem to like it. It's very pleasant. It does sting my eyes a little bit if I accidentally get some in my eye. But you know, that's user error. I shouldn't be getting it in my eye. In my Q&A video, I talked about wanting to introduce more products for anti-aging. I have a set skincare routine that I abide by. I have been abiding by for the past year or 2 years or so. So I went on a skincare diet, and for the last 2 years, I've been really good in just doing very minimal skincare routine, kind of 6 steps. But I wanted to introduce products that are good for anti-aging, and with that comes a lot of trying out new products and trying out what my skin really likes and what it responds to. So things that I've been looking for are ceramides, peptides, retinol, and of course collagen, anything collagen production. I've been kind of playing around with these words, seeing which products can be combined together, and of course which products I can combine with something like a Riedel shot. So I picked up a few serums that I wanted to see if I could introduce in my skincare routine. Some I've already tried, some I haven't tried just yet. And the first one was the 6 Peptide Skin Booster by Cosrx. I'm very familiar with the brand Cosrx. This is a brand that if they would ever ask to collaborate, I would collaborate with them, because there's so many products that I love from this brand. And basically the 6 Peptide Skin Booster, not only is it very cost efficient, it's way cheaper than I expected. It's a nice water consistency serum with a lot of peptides, and it works well if you want to combine it with your Riedel shot and if you want to combine it with a retinol. I decided to buy this one. There's hyaluronic acid in here, there's amino acid in here, and basically should firm and smooth the skin. And I don't know if it's doing much with my skin just yet. I've been only using it for 2 weeks, so I don't know anything about it, but it hasn't muddled up any of my other skincare items. My skin is responding fine to it. I'm gonna continue on using it and letting you guys know the end result. Then of course I wanted to introduce some retinol, and I was afraid to buy a high percentage of retinol, so I decided to buy 2. Of course the brand Anua is one that I've been eyeing for a while. This has the 0.3%, but I wanted to start with a lower percentage, so I decided to start with the Sun by Me Retinol Intense with the 0.3%. 0.1% of retinol, 1 ppm retinol, and the bakuchi oil of 5,000 ppm. Very interesting consistency, this one. I have tried it, and so far I do feel like it's improving my skin. Again, I've only been 2 weeks in, and I don't use peptides and retinol on a day-to-day basis. I also make sure that I don't combine them with my BHA. So in the same skincare routine, I'm not using BHA, but I actually feel like I've already seen results with retinol, and I typically use this at nighttime. If I don't use it at nighttime, I always make sure sunscreen. I use sunscreen every single day. Before we move on to sunscreen, let me quickly talk about all the moisturizers that I purchased. I purchased the S Nature Aqua Squalane moisturizer. This one I wanted to purchase simply because it won an Olive Young Award in 2023, and it was on my list of things I wanted to try for a while. I think also because it is a water-based moisturizer, and since I lean oily, I sometimes am a little it's hard for me to find a moisturizer that I like during the daytime, because I also want to combine it with makeup on top. But I don't want to feel a moisturizer on the skin. I don't want to look oily either. So that's the reason why I wanted to buy the Squalane one. And Squalane works really well on my skin. My skin seems to respond really well to it. One of the most popular products that I saw that I just had to try, it's actually marketed towards dry skin types, but I had to try it since it was so popular. I saw it everywhere. I couldn't stop seeing it. Was this Astura Auto Barrier Cream. This is for dry and sensitive skin. It is a bit thicker in consistency. So typically I like to use this at nighttime as a night cream, because if you are oily leaning, you can also use your moisturizers as a night cream. And this has been really great. I do really enjoy it. I don't think I would repurchase it, but it has a lot of great products in here. You know, it's boosted with ceramides. There's a lipid complex in here. And again, like I said, there are a few things that I was looking into. I was looking into ceramides and peptides and retinol. So far, my skin has been really enjoying it. It's just a little bit too thick of a consistency, which is the reason why I probably won't be repurchasing. Then I saw some older content creators, 40 plus. They were talking about the Alba moisturizer serum combo. This is such an interesting thing. I haven't used it just yet because I'm trying to finish up the Astura one first. This is a jar that has, on one side has a serum and on another side has a moisturizer, and you can actually customize the thickness of the product that you want to put on your face. If you do 2 scoops of serum and 1 scoop of moisturizer, you're going to get more of a lightweight moisturizer. And if you do 2 scoops of moisturizer and 1 scoop of serum, you can probably guess that you're going to have a thicker bodied product to put on the skin. So if you are dry in skin type, you have to use a bit more of the moisturizer versus the serum. But if you are oilier in skin type, you can use more of the serum and a little less of the moisturizer. And I just really like that idea. This seems to be really popular for the older aged categories, also because it has truffle, so white truffle double in here, which is great for the hydration and luminous glow. And there's something about this that I just wanted to try it. Then finally, I did purchase one sunscreen. I love sunscreens. I love trying new sunscreens. The one that seemed to be very popular right now is this one. I think it was Round Lab. It's all in Korean. And this is this is really nice. And it kind of has the similar consistency as the Beauty of Joseon, where there's some wateriness to it, and it feels very lightweight. And it isn't a thick, heavy cream, so it works really well underneath makeup, and it works really well on a day-to-day basis. It has SPF 50+, PA+++++, so a really great SPF. I've been really enjoying this. For this, a little goes a long way. Typically for sunscreens, I go in with 2 or 3 finger lengths. I can't do that with this. If I do that with this, then basically I have so much product, I can basically cover my entire body with it. So I go in with a huge dollop of this one and then use it all over the face, and the excess I put on my hands. Then let's go on to some of the stuff that I got from PR. I did get a bit more PR, and I want to thank all of the brands, by the way, for sending me PR. The first brand that I got really excited for was the brand Remedy. So on YouTube, you have Dr. Lee or Dr. Shah, and he is a dermatologist. You've probably seen him around because his face was very known to me as well, even though I'm not like an active subscriber. I knew of him, and he has a huge following. And he started a few months ago, I want to say 8 months ago, he started a skincare brand called Remedy. And what he basically wants to do with this skincare brand, from my understanding, I have been looking at a lot of reviews, by the way, but from my understanding, he enjoys having one product that basically has a stacking of ingredients. So what I'm doing right now with my skincare routine, when I'm talking about I wanted to have a BHA in my routine. I want to have ceramides, I want to have peptides, I want to have retinol. All of this, he wants to create products that basically do the stacking, but then within one product. I was allowed to pick 3 items for PR, and I decided to go with the Remedy for Bumps. So this is actually made for bumps on the skin, and it says super stacked for KP or textured skin treatment. I've been actively trying this out. So for 3 weeks straight, I've been using this every single day. And I want to do a dedicated review on it, but I want to show you guys some clips of me using it because I have been really enjoying this. And it even says at the back here, there is retinol in here, so it promotes the surface turnover, urea, which should moisturize and exfoliate, lactic acid, which is moisturizing and exfoliant, ceramides, which is barrier support. It says apply generously in areas of textured skin once or twice daily. Most of the times I've used it once. I am really enjoying this. I would love for you guys to see a dedicated review on this because I have issues. I definitely have problems with KP. I'm hoping that this will get rid of my KP for good, but I want to test it out for 4 weeks straight and I'm only 3 weeks in, but so far I have been really enjoying this. Furthermore, they did send me the remedy for dry lips. If you have been following me, you know that dry lips or just chapped lips are a huge issue, and this is an all-in-one treatment. So the nice thing about all the remedy products, it says at the back of all the products what it's supposed to do. And this contains ceramides, which should moisturize, squalane, which should moisturize, peptides, which should moisturize, and petrolatum, which should protect the lips. Now this is interesting because most of my lip balms or anything, they come out quite glossy, like almost like Vaseline. This is through and through kind of a balm, so it's not going to put any gloss on the lips, but my lips seem to really enjoy it. It also feels like they're hydrated, so you feel protected for a long period of time. And especially for the winter time, that is what I'm looking for. So far I have been really enjoying this. And those are the 2 products that I have been actively, meaning every single day, testing out from Remedy. The 3rd item they sent was Remedy for anti-aging or Remedy for aging. And as you can tell, I just purchased a lot of skincare. This is an interesting product because the aging one, it has retinol, so that's exactly what I bought. It has niacinamide, it has ceramides, it has ferulic acid, it has retinaldehyde, it has arginine, matrixyl 3000, glycolic acid, resveratrol or something. Anyway, I said they are made to stack. And it would be nice if you can use this product instead of like a serum for your retinol, your peptides, you know, your like all of these stuff that I'm buying individually. It would be nice to be able to stack them. I know from own personal experience, I have done a lot of damage to my skin barrier by combining actives that shouldn't be combined, and only dermatologists know about the technology that is coming up in the market to be able to stack this many ingredients in one and potentially still work. But I haven't tried the anti-aging one. I have tried the other 2 products, and so far I've been really enjoying all the products that I have tried. So I want to do a dedicated review on everything Remedy because I do feel like it needs it. That is probably coming in 2025. So hopefully you guys would be interested to seeing that review. Then another brand that sent me PR is CALECIM or CALECIM. I'm so sorry if I'm butchering your name. I did not know of this brand beforehand. Then they reached out. So when a brand reaches out, a serious brand reaches out, I do look at some reviews or who has been reviewing this brand and how they're kind of factored into the market. I don't know. And one of the things I was really interested in from this brand, CALECIM or CALECIM, was their hair. I'm so sorry, it's a little bit dirty, so I'm put my hand on it. But the advanced hair system was the one thing that I was really interested in. And it would come with one of these like derma stampers for the hair, and the hair serum in itself, and everything comes wrapped individually, very sterile. And you also get alcohol wipes with them, but I typically clean this with 70% alcohol spray. I've been testing this out. It says you should be testing this out for 6 weeks, and I am not 6 weeks in yet. So I would like to do a review on this one if you guys were interested as well. I do want to say I have seen a lot of improvement. I lost a lot of hair during my divorce. I lost a lot of hair when I was pregnant, and I have seen a difference in how healthy my hair looks. Even today, I'm kind of like, wow, my hair looks super shiny and not oily. It looks much healthier. So right now, I'm quite positive about it. But yeah, I'll let you guys know how this fares, and I would like to do a review on them. I was allowed to pick 2 more products, so they also sent over the eye contour lifting cream. I've been actively trying this out as well, together with the tear. I've kind of been going back and forth, and the serum, but the serum I haven't tried out yet because the serum seems to be very potent. You only get this much, but it seems to be very potent, and I had to do a little bit more research on if I was allowed to combine this with the products that I already had in my collection. But the actual eye contour cream, I do really enjoy it. I don't know if I see huge improvement, but it layers well underneath makeup. It's very hydrating, and I feel like it comes out a little bit colored. The color you don't see, but for some reason, I don't know, there is something lifting about this. So far I have been really enjoying this. Eye creams are, for me, are really hard to describe, simply because, you know, a lot of stuff around the eyes is genetic, but I have been really enjoying it. Then final skincare PR I got from FOREO. I got the Bear 2. I got it yesterday, so I haven't tried it out yet. And since today I wanted to have the Riedel shot on, I decided not to test this out on camera, but I would love to do a dedicated review on it. And they also sent over the FOREO Supercharged Serum. You have to use both. I have to see somewhere in 2025, I want to say, a month of me using this and seeing if I see improvement. I am a believer of like devices, skincare devices. I was looking into the Medicube, but since FOREO wanted to send this one over, I decided to go for this one, and they sent in 2. So potentially I could be gifting one away if I do a review on this, but I have to first try this out. Something that I did purchase, and it's not skincare or anything, but it has been saving my life. I purchased these little wristbands that you can use if you wash your face and you're someone that gets the water like all over your arms. These are little skincare bands that if you wash your face, it kind of catches all the water if you start washing it and doesn't go across your arms. Little like luxury, you don't need to buy these, but I have been really enjoying them. I got mine from Haru Haru, but you can buy like a few bucks. They're usually a few bucks. You can buy and purchase these on YesStyle as well. I'll link some down below if you're interested in them, but I don't know, it's cute and effective. So those are all of my skincare items. And let's move on to makeup items. Some of it is PR. I got a PR package from CHANTECALLE. I do have a code from CHANTECALLE, Sonia 2025, for 25% off for this sale. Please use my code. Please use my affiliate because I want to do CHANTECALLE justice. CHANTECALLE is one of the oldest brands that I've been featuring on my channel, so I'm a big lover of CHANTECALLE. The products are quite expensive, so definitely would recommend to get them on sale. So let's first talk about these tints. I did a dedicated review on all 3 of my tints. All 3 of my tints in that review, they were not gifted, they were not PR, but CHANTECALLE did send me the bronze tint, which is my favorite one. They sent this one to me, and I'm so happy to have the bronze tint back in my collection because this is my absolute favorite one. And for the sale, I did purchase this gold sheer tint basically to do that video because the tints are my favorite item. I think CHANTECALLE skincare is probably slept on, but because it's so expensive, this is sort of like a skincare makeup hybrid. I do like it. A little goes a long way. They take forever to pan, and I like the gel texture. So they really work for me, and the bronze one is just my OG. It's what I have on the face right now, and I like that I look more awake, alive, and just prettier overall. CHANTECALLE also sent over a concealer. I finally am able to try this concealer, and I have been really enjoying pen concealers, like these Stilo type of concealers. So I did purchase the YSL Stilo as well. I've never tried this version. I've only tried the YSL High Cover Concealer, and this seems to be the Radiant Touch. So basically more of a brightener. But I want to do for 2025 because I want to purchase more of these Stilos because I'm also looking into buying the Stilo from Clé de Peau. and seeing how they compare all together. So my Victoria Beckham, my CHANTECALLE, my Clé de Peau, my YSL, how everything compares. I hope you guys would be interested in seeing that as well, because I'm really interested in the stylos. What I like about the stylos is they're always very lightweight. I feel like they're all very like mature skin appropriate, and they seem to be very minimal creasing with all of my stylos. This right now I'm wearing the CHANTECALLE one. It's a little bit more hydrating than the Victoria Beckham Beauty one. They have the same price point and both of them are skincare infused, but I do really enjoy this one. I have mine in shade 4W, and I really enjoy how this wears, how this looks. So I have been really excited to try this one, and I want to do a comparison video for you guys if you guys are interested. Now there's two products that I purchased on a sale. They're not PR and both kind of do the same function, and that is something that I've been really interested in this year's bronzing. So kind of a bronzer slash blush idea. I would even enjoy it more if there was a bronzer brush highlight hybrid, because I've been not wanting to wear a lot on the face. I kind of want to have the do it all. And the first one that I purchased was the Lisa Aldrich Seamless Skin Elevated Glow in the deepest shade. So this is the shade Celestial Fire. I do have a Lisa Aldrich buyer's guide where I show this one already, but this is the one that I have on the face on this side, and it's almost like a gold on the skin, like a golden bronze. And I purchased this to potentially bronze slash highlight with. It is quite pretty. This, by the way, is not muddiness, that is hyperpigmentation, but my base is very sheer. That is the reason why you still see that. So kind of take that out and just look at the rest. It is quite beautiful. It's more sheer than I expected. It is more of a highlighter, but it is not one of those highlighters that has a lot of mica in it. You don't see like glitters on the face or anything. It looks very hydrating on the skin, and I do really like this color. It is going up against a newer product that I have in my collection. I've been testing out a few times. Is the Huda Beauty what is this, blush filter. This is part of that icy nude collection, and this is the shade Latte. And I follow Huda Beauty. I just don't have a lot of Huda Beauty because I feel like I'm not the customer for it. But this product, I had to jump on the bandwagon. This is an interesting product. It's made to be a bronzer. So there are red tones in here, there are brown tones in here, and this is typically what you're gonna get. And I really enjoy it. I enjoy the color, I enjoy the finish, I enjoy how it wears on me. What I don't enjoy is that there is a dry time with this one, because the first time I went into it, I first did all these dots on my face, and then blending it out took a little bit more elbow grease. But so far, I have been really enjoying this. I'm still sort of in the testing out phase, but this is kind of what you're gonna get out of it. And it's really giving what I've been wanting from a bronzer. So it is in the testing out phase to see if it's gonna make my favorites video of 2024, but so far I do really enjoy it. That the brand CHANTECALLE sent over as well in their PR package was this powder. Now, if you've been following me since 2021, I've already had this powder in my collection, the first one I purchased myself, so it was nice to have a re-up of a powder that I actually really enjoyed and finished. Like, this is a powder that I've panned on my own. So it was nice to finally go in with the powder on the skin as well, and I forgot how much I liked it. It's a little bit less setting than the Charlotte Tilbury one, which is my favorite one, but this one just gives a very natural finish, kind of a blurred finish, and it's also marketed as a blur. So it's called the Perfect Blur Finishing Powder. So it's a little bit less functional under the eyes, but it's perfect for over the face. Something CHANTECALLE didn't send to me in PR, I purchased it myself, but I just had to have it, was this eyeshadow trio. So this is the Cheetah Trio. This was like an itch that needed to be scratched, because when it came out, I was like, it's so expensive. You're not wearing any eyeshadow right now. Don't buy it. I basically was convincing myself not to buy it. But it was one of those things that kept on kind of circling in my mind. I really wanted to have it. And at some point, I was like, you know what? There's still going on in niche beauty. I decided to buy it. And it's beautiful. Guys, this is such a beautiful trio if you're a minimalist, because the nice thing about the middle shade is it's neutral slash cool leaning, so you can actually contour your nose with it, which is what I usually do. I contour my eyes and my nose with it, and then I go in with the kind of bone matte shade to cover my lids, and I can go out the door like that and make it look like I'm a little bit more awake and put together without making it look like I'm wearing makeup. I've been loving these two matte shades, and this beautiful shimmer shade is also interesting because it's almost like making my eyes look like it's wet, the way you see it on the tip of my finger, it is odd. So there are mica shimmers in it, but the way that this translates more of a gloss. It's very pretty, but it's very sheer. But in terms of formulation, it is aces. It's beautiful, and I'm actually very happy that I got it. Now, of course, the early sale from Victoria Beckham Beauty, I had to get something, and I did get a set. I got my favorite mascara from them. I've been using this a few times. This is my third one of this one. So there are a lot of videos on my channel that already show that one, but I had to get the newest Seneca Gel liner, or one of the newer Seneca Gel liners this year that I missed out on, which is the white one. Yeah, this is crazy. This is super white and super pigmented. Like, you don't have to put on any pressure and the pigment just comes out in itself. This is the Victoria Beckham Beauty formula that I enjoy, that I love. It's a matte formula, and the way I would use it is, of course, to stack both the white and the black to give that little pop. But using the white on its own, if you're gonna go for a frosted look or you're gonna go for a Christmassy look, this is a really great white to have because it translates perfectly white. There's no buildup or anything. This is what it's gonna look like. I'm really impressed with the color payoff of this Seneca Gel liner. The Seneca Gels are made to smudge. If you have never seen a Seneca Gel video of mine, they're smudgy liners. So if you wanna go for a cat wing, make sure to use something that you can actually set the product with, or use them as a base, because they do like to kind of move around if you don't prep your eyes and you have oily eyelids. But typically, once you finally have them like set and done, they won't go anywhere. Like, they are pigmented and have a strong hold. Then our last product I got from CHANTECALLE from PR is the Brilliant Lip Gloss in the shade Modern. This is the shade that I picked up myself, and look how pretty this is on the lips. This is a perfect glitter slash not really overpowering glitter gloss, and it has a different applicator because it's not a doe foot, it's a little brush, which I'm not sure if I enjoy the brush, but the formula in itself is very pretty. It's very hydrating. It's not a sticky gloss, so it's not one of those where your hairs feel like it's gonna be stuck to it, and the color is beautiful. I stacked it on top of my Chanel lip pencil in the shade, I don't know, it's called Brune or something. This is a very popular nude brune. It's a very popular shade, and together they give a very natural lip. So you're not going to see a lot of the glitters, but enough plump. And I typically like this for the nourishment that it gives my lips. Then to top off the look, I did purchase a perfume. This is a repurchase of mine. I used to have the smaller version of the Kayali 28. This is the vanilla perfume, a very famous one. I decided to purchase a larger version because I've been enjoying the smaller version so much. And I feel like I'm gonna be using this quite a bit. I like this on its own. It gives a very sweet vanilla vibe. You can also layer this with other perfumes to give the vanilla notes in other perfumes more of a kick. So if you want the vanilla perfume to be the prominent note, you can actually layer this with your other perfumes that also have a vanilla extract somewhere in there. So guys, that is everything that I have pre-sale purchased and what I got from PR. If you guys want to see a dedicated review, please let me know in the comment section down below, because I know that some of these products might be of interest to you because they are of interest to me. I know you guys and I often have very similar style. Don't forget that the CHANTECALLE sale is happening 25% off if you use the code Sonia25. Make sure to check out my buyer's guides before you buy anything from my favorite brands. So I have a buyer's guide, Westman Atelier, Victoria Beckham Beauty, and Lisa Eldridge. Those are my staple brands. Subscribe to my channel if you want to see more of my staple brands. And of course, have a beautiful, happy and healthy day, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!